it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win's a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. All that speculation all week, and now we know something tells me.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gain to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll pull it on the read. Shakes off the defender. Room there. He'll pick up the fear before he's forced out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Lopez lost the fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's a move.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, TCU! And they turn it into a defensive score.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the ball, but the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan into the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play for snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Working down the left side now. And he's got it out for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
The man's the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. These RPOs have really evolved. At one time, it was just a short pass, a little hot pass you would look for every now and then. This time they took a shot off.
And these RPOs have changed coverages for the defenses. I mean, the zone coverage nowadays is out the window because I got to find a way to somehow match up with you and take away all that short stuff. My answer is now I'm going to take shots down the field. Great job by the defense. Understand what they're saying.
He reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking to throw again. One on time, let's it go.
this quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw. There's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose. Get to him. Try to speed up the processor just a little bit. Force the scramble. No damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Just enough room to get a couple down to the 34.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I'm going to run the football or put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving. Get a few first downs, and if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get at it.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, and not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to the end zone. He was open. He had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now? They make the stop right at the 10-yard line. But oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Leads it with the back. He's stopped in the backfield again. This just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And you can tell all eyes on this thing. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know this offense, too, they go how this guy goes. They've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. You have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan. The offense just has not been able to counter. Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page with the ball.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Right on the money.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, you got to be throwing him with sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. They're at their their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Bunch formation for these receivers. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, pulling the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, I think you pulled a positive, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week, and for the first week they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want to be.
I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. You definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. If you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rebels offense will get first crack at it today. And David, their quarterback...
Menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Always blow you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes when guys really play well.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Rebels racing to the line in a hurry. Leaves it with the bat. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So TCU's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys look to for motivation and make an impact during your playing days, Jensen?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Makes the catch. It's McAllister. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The give on the inside. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into will score. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's stopped after picking up one to the 23. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's intercepted. Not a run on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge. It takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He fires a bullet to the right. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and making a huge gain on the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
One thing this team has shown early this year is not taking long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. Then you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit out of the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody staying in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, a handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Pass rush, gets there, that's home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. Now, this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got to bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the run. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Rebels will run it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low run. So much for the wet ball drill. Couldn't hang on to it and muffed it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To throw, it's Hoover. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down.
Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Wide open spaces. Touchdown! Nice catch and good work after get into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball. They'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Touchdown, TCU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just that. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done. And it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And let's see what kind of play the offense has ready. And you know this coaching staff was hoping for more from their senior quarterback. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind, and they'd love to get something going here. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Rebels head quickly to the line. To throw on 3rd down, finding open areas. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Hand off from the gun. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Offense lining up quickly. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. He wants to go deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, they're taken to the air. Rushes on him. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much. They'll try to build on this lead. Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Hoover. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He's looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Love the effort, tried to toe tap, but at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
The Horned Frogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Creates a little space. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Pocket breaking down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give headed toward right tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a man, it's Hoover. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
On to attempt the try. And they tack on the extra point for a 35 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here comes the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, TCU. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off-play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Rebels will punt this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So 1st play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
He's loose. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what we've seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Bringing the heat. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Turns it loose. Makes the catch on the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Quarterback on the keeper. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Battle. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now the play fake. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. And the Horned Frogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To the air, it's Seals. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They'll send the back in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, running back gets the give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That defensive front was a stone wall on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Around the end, it's Payne. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Rebels buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so you're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like, when you look that good coming off the bus, those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.